Hey guys, Ernie here and welcome to the Paleo Hiker MD channel. One of the greatest joys, in fact, what started this entire journey on YouTube over 11 years ago was putting together my own cook kit. I love putting pieces together, buying things, shaving weight, making it as custom as I can just for me. But look, here's the thing. That's not for everybody. And sometimes you just want to pick up and purchase a complete kit that's going to give you all the things that you think you might need, and you just want to put it in the bag and forget about it. Maybe you're making an emergency kit. You're not looking for anything super expensive or super fancy. You just want something that works. Well, there's products like that out there. Today, we're going to take a look at just that kind of kit. It's a pretty inexpensive, I'd say fairly complete alcohol stove kit. Stay tuned. We'll take a look at it. Like I said, I've been doing YouTube now for over 11 years, and I've seen a lot of things change over time. One of the things is just how inexpensively you can get gear. It's amazing. Titanium gear, you used to spend so much money on something simple like a titanium spoon could cost you 40 bucks. Now you can get it for 10. And you were always looking for deals. And these days you can get on Amazon, you can get on the internet, you can get on AliExpress, and you can buy pretty awesome gear for very inexpensively. And that's what today is all about. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get a decent piece of gear these days. Let me show you what you can get for less than 30 bucks. This is the titanium cup burner combo from the company Omian, A-O-M-I-U-N. Interesting name. We'll pull everything out here. Got our bag. Here's all the parts and pieces. We're going to talk about each one individually. The dimensions of the whole thing, which are basically the dimensions of the cup, are 4.5 by 4.4 by 4.3. Ask me how they did that, but that's what they actually quoted. The stove itself, as you can see right here, 2.8 by 1.8. It is 0.83 ounces and is 100 milliliter capacity. It is made out of aluminum. You can see it's got ports on the outside here as well as ports on the inside. It is super lightweight. I could break it if I wanted to be completely honest with you guys. The cup is branded on the front, as you can see. 3.5 by 3.7. It weighs 3.6 ounces, holds 500 milliliters. So you can just barely get 2 cups of water in here. It is made out of titanium. It's got kind of your classic lid. It's got this locking handle on top, so it'll lock in a position like that, or you can slide it over and it'll fall. Pretty classic butterfly type handles. Your basic cup, exactly what you would expect. The windscreen, it does come apart like that. It is 2.6 by 7.5, weighs 0.76 ounces, and it is made out of stainless steel. I prefer just keeping it, round because you can easily store it in your pot. Pop it in just like that. Very, very simple. The spoon is 2.3 inches long. It is 0.63 ounces, made out of titanium. Kind of your classic spoon like this. Pop it, slide this down, and you see where it just clips over, and now you can't close it, which is actually a pretty good design. A lot of these spoons don't have this type of little lip right there. You can slide it, close it. Very, very simple. Cost of all of this at filming, $26. And I think it's, reasonable. You basically put your stove down, you put this over the top, and then you're able to put this right on top. Very, very simple concept. Going into this, my experience tells me a few things. This stove is probably going to take a long time to prime, okay? The windscreen's going to work fairly well, and I'm not going to love the fact that this is a little bit lower volume. But overall, I mean, look, 26 bucks, very, very nice. We're going to go ahead and boil some water and see how it looks. We'll see how the flame pattern on this stove looks. We'll take a look at the flame pattern, and then we'll boil some water and let's see what happens, guys. Now this kit performed pretty much as I expected. No real surprises. It took 9 minutes to get 2 cups of water to a boil. You can barely get 2 cups of water safely into this mug. And it only burned for about 9.5 minutes. It ran out of fuel very quickly after it got this water to a boil. Like all things, we're going to talk pros and cons. We'll start with the pros. Of course, the weight is definitely a pro. It's titanium, and it's pretty awesome that you can get something titanium this lightweight for this price. So that's number 2, price. I think the cost is very reasonable. It's an all-in-one kind of kit. It's got everything you need, from the mug to the alcohol stove to a little bit of wind protection. Even comes with a little spoon if you want to use it. If you start to piece together all these things, it's really more than a $30 value. The other cool thing is that all the components are usable in other kits. You can use the alcohol stove with just about anything. You can use that wind stand. You can put any mug on top of it, and you can take this mug, which is a fairly small size mug, and use it with other kits as well. Now, like all things, there are cons. Not everything is perfect. The stove is slow to prime. It's not my favorite type of alcohol stove. It doesn't seem to be very efficient. It's hard to explain, but these stoves, sometimes they put out a nice even flame, and some of them, they just kind of throw flame everywhere. And that's what kind of this one does. It just, parts of it, some sides of the stove will let out a lot higher flame than the other. It's just not consistent. But again, what do you expect for this price? It's also pretty low volume, and that's going to limit its functionality. You really have to be careful with how much water you put in it, because the cup is very small. There's positives to that, because of course it's small form factor. And if you want something smaller or lower volume, it works perfect. Just keep that in mind if you're looking at this kit. Like I said, 2 cups is really pushing the limits of the size of this mug. But for the price, I'm really not sure what else you could look for. You could put together a kit for probably a fairly similar price, maybe even a little bit less, but either way, it's going to work just fine. This is a great all-in-one, just straight off the shelf, turnkey, you might say, kit. I'd consider changing the stove out for a different one, maybe a Trangia one. That's going to increase the cost quite a bit. You could also get an ever-new titanium stove. That would work extremely well. And it's a little bit more expensive. You might spend $30 just on that stove itself. I don't remember what it's costing these days, but when you start to use these products a lot, you really start to get picky about things. And although this kit works, it's fully functional, as you can see. It's not the best at all. It's not the most efficient, and you could make it a lot better with just a little bit more money. If you're looking for something to just pick up, throw in a bag, have it in case you need it, this will work fine. If you're gonna be out on trail and you're really gonna utilize a product like this, I would put together your own kit. I wouldn't even mess with it personally. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It has its function. It has its place, I guess you might say. But I would not pick it up as your primary go-to backpacking cook kit. Buy yourself a little Toke 750, grab a Trangia or any number of alcohol stoves, which we'll talk here in a little bit. You can find all kinds of alcohol stoves. You can make your own alcohol stove. Perfect would be like a cat can stove, a fancy feast stove. That would be a great way to make your own alcohol stove. Works great. You don't need a pot stand with that. We're getting past the limits of this video. What I'm saying is this kit works, but you can really put together a better kit for less money. Like I said at the beginning, I prefer doing that, so obviously that's going to be my preference. If you are not that kind of person and you just want a kit, I think the perfect place for this particular kit is for a bug out bag or for an emergency kit. Something you may never use, you have it there for peace of mind. A lot of us have kits like that, maybe in the back of a car, emergency kit for the back of your car if you live in cold weather. That might be a good place to use something like this. Pick it up, a little bit of money, throw it in there. Hopefully you never use it, but if you do, you've got it. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? You think I'm crazy? You think this is a terrible product, a good product? Make sure you leave comments down below. Where would you use a product like this? I'd love to hear from you guys. Do me a favor, if you have not liked the video, give it a thumbs up down below. And if you're not subscribed, and look, I know a lot of you are not subscribed. It's not gonna hurt your little finger to click that button and subscribe. Check out my stove playlist. It's got hundreds, literally hundreds of stoves on there. If you're looking for another alcohol stove to replace this one with, you will not have any problem finding one on this channel. Make sure and let me know what you guys think down below. And as always, I appreciate you checking out the Paleo Hiker MD channel. Stay tuned for more videos soon.